Good afternoon everyone, this is Ken Savarman coming to you with a video review. Today we are going to be evaluating the new Blackrose line. So most of you have probably seen quite a few black roses come from Sugu and Vision and that team. But this is a whole new design. Now this one is sort of a throwback to the old design. It's a typical C-frame mod, but in this case let's just talk about this one real quick. This is a gold finish, but it is a media blasted, sand blasted gold that will not show scratches nearly as well as a shiny. And of course it is number 2, and it is red pistachio. So my favorite version of the pistachio, love this. I got this because I won the very first auction on the Blackrose community page, so this one's mine. So let's skip this one for a minute. So let's talk about these three guys. So these are the Evo. This is their new design. So it is not a C-frame. It is something different. These are 226 650s on either side, flanked by the 18650 version of this mod. So first things first. What's the fit and finish like? Let's take one. I don't know that I necessarily need to use words to describe it, because I think, like anything, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I challenge anybody to find a gap. I find anyone to find a remote trace of a gap. Okay? Same thing here on the 18650 version. I sure as heck don't see a gap. Amazing. And last but not least, the last 26650. There are no gaps at all. And of course, if you know anything about Blackrose and their history, I didn't bother taking this apart because I already know the quality of their wiring internals. So I've made a conscious decision not to take this apart because frankly there's no need. I know that they do incredible wiring. So what is the design of this? It looks like a C-frame, but it's not. It's got a top plate. It's got a face plate that is, by the way, friction fit, not glue. And they've got a bottom plate that's held in by screws. And of course you've got this interesting battery cap, which we'll get to in a minute. Sugu and Vision don't believe in SXJ. They definitely have a preference for DNA. So every one of their mods from Blackrose are in fact DNA. That might change in the future, but for today, they are DNA. They've thought through everything. First of all, the interface between the wood and the metal. I mean, you can't even feel that there's a difference in surface. They're just so incredibly well fit. Now I know Sugu and Vision and their team, they spend hours sanding everyone down to make sure that it is absolutely perfect before it goes out the door, and trust me, it shows. You've got a manually adjusting 510. They tend to use, Blackrose uses copper, which is great. So there's a copper pin in there, copper pin in here. Of course, copper being more conductive than, say, stainless or aluminum. This is reverse threaded, so tightening will actually bring the pin up. Loosening will actually take the pin in. Again, DNA 40. Fantastic, fantastic fit and finish. Can't say enough about it. It is small. It is, I mean, you can see size-wise, even compared to the old design. It's actually a little shorter than the old 18650. Front plate-wise, they're about the same width, and even on the back, there's really not very much of a difference. It's a very, very, very small 26650 mod. They've even done some interesting things, like just design touches that you wouldn't know unless you look. Like all of the corners on all the metal are polished shiny, but the tops are matte. Same thing here. Shiny across the lip, mat in here. Just little things that just, you know, they just make the sum of the parts, right? It just makes the mod all that much more lust-worthy and you know, differentiates itself. So again, oops, battery cap. See the internals? There's a nice chunky piece of copper in there to make contact with the positive, and of course got the positive pin on the inside, which is adjustable with a screw. The grooves in here are perfectly just perfect. They're just the right depth so that you can get a hold of them with your thumb and forefinger, and boom. Threads are great. They're extremely well machined. Great great threads. Just overall, just I can't say enough about it. I'm really impressed. I'd say today, and you know, the amount of 26650 mods that are coming out that are truly, you know, the best of any kind of mod of that caliber, any kind of 26650 mod we've ever seen. The ones that are coming out today just blow my mind because the level of quality is so high. And of course the Evos from Blackrose are no exception. I am very impressed with the fit and finish of this mod. I'm very impressed with the way it functions. I'm very impressed with the hand feel. They're you know, they just fit so well. And you know, I unfortunately I didn't put an atomizer on this before I started this video, but let's go ahead and stick one on there now. Sorry, there's a little bit of a gap. Make sure we've got juice, which we do, and we turn it down just a tad here. It's a little set a little high, and let's take a vape. Fires every time, and man, it's gorgeous to look at. The fit and finish make this mod. I can't say enough about it. Just every little area where you would think you would feel a difference between the metal and the wood, you just don't. It's just bravo. Great job, Sugu. Great job, Vision. You guys really did great on this mod. I'm extremely proud to own them. I'm extremely proud to have won the first auction. Just amazing. Great job, guys. Take care.